These are the top 10 military leaders who went rogue, broke protocol, and changed history.
Number 10, the Maverick who refused to hand a city back.
1945, Trier, Germany. Supreme Command ordered Patton to bypass the heavily fortified city to save resources. The High Command insisted capturing the area required 4 full divisions, which were currently unavailable. Completely ignoring the halt directive, he launched a relentless, unauthorized assault with the limited forces available. Within days, his aggressive armored units completely overwhelmed the defenders and secured the vital objective.
When ordered again to bypass the target, he famously replied he had already taken it.
Number 9, the rogue submarine hunter who broke all formations.
1943, the North Atlantic. Escort ships were strictly ordered to stay defensively close to merchant convoys.
Walker completely ignored these defensive orders, aggressively hunting enemy submarines far beyond the convoy boundaries.
His rogue tactical strikes successfully eliminated massive wolf packs that stalked the freezing waters. Furious superiors wanted him court-martialed, but his overwhelming success rate forced them to award him instead. While Walker dominated the ocean, our next rogue commander rewrote the rules of armored warfare. Number 8. A rogue tank commander rivaling our shocking number 1.
1940, Sedan, France. Supreme Command ordered a strict halt to his rapidly advancing armored divisions.
Fearing the enemy would recover, he intentionally severed his own communication lines to feign ignorance.
He pushed his massive tanks forward relentlessly, claiming it was a localized reconnaissance in force.
This blatant insubordination shattered the defensive lines, securing a massive, unexpected victory for his forces.
But his bold advance was nothing compared to our next commander, who faced the deadliest beachhead.
Number 7, the rogue general who rewrote the invasion plan.
1944, Normandy, France. The invasion force landed a mile away from their designated drop zone. Strict military protocol demanded the entire division withdraw and reposition under heavy enemy fire.
Completely ignoring the rigid orders, Roosevelt commanded his forces to push forward immediately.
This blatant insubordination confused the defenders, allowing the Allied forces to rapidly overwhelm the beachhead. His rogue decision ultimately saved thousands of troops from being completely vanquished on the sand. While Roosevelt ignored orders to retreat, our next commander ignored orders to utterly destroy.
Number 6, the enemy commander who refused to burn history.
1944, Paris, France. High Command ordered this general to leave the historic capital in absolute ruins. The bridges were wired with explosives. The fateful order arrived, but he
completely refused to detonate the charges, peacefully surrendering the intact historical city to the approaching forces.
The majestic bridges and monuments were saved, directly defying the most destructive combat orders ever issued. The chaotic battlefield requires rapid decisions. Sometimes, the most heroic choice is completely ignoring the designated strategy.
Number 5, a rogue liberator, almost as defiant as our number 1.
1944, Breda, Netherlands. High Command ordered a massive artillery strike to conquer the fortified city.
He flatly refused to destroy the civilian sectors, launching a rapid, highly aggressive surprise armored flanking maneuver.
The lightning-fast assault completely overwhelmed the defensive garrisons before they could fully deploy their heavy weapons.
The majestic city was saved intact.
Number 4, the Desert Phantom who refused to surrender.
1941, North Africa. High Command ordered his stranded unit to immediately abort their risky sabotage mission. Completely trapped behind hostile lines, he ignored the retreat signal and commandeered enemy transport vehicles instead.
His rogue operators aggressively raided isolated airfields, secretly planting explosives on grounded aircraft under total darkness. The unauthorized strikes successfully eliminated dozens of enemy planes, severely crippling the opposing desert air superiority.
Superiors were initially furious with his blatant disobedience, but his overwhelming tactical success was entirely undeniable. This rogue initiative forged the legendary Special Air Service, proving that breaking rules can secure victory.
Number 3, a rogue naval charge, rivaling our number 1.
1944, Philippine Sea. Commander Evans was explicitly ordered to maintain strict defensive formation around vulnerable carriers.
When a massive enemy armada suddenly emerged from the mist, he made a completely unauthorized decision.
He steered his completely outgunned destroyer directly into the center of the massive enemy fleet.
The rogue charge violently disrupted the overwhelming armada's strict offensive formation in the dark. Despite sustaining catastrophic damage, his lone ship relentlessly unleashed its entire remaining arsenal.
Facing such unbelievable aggression, the heavily armed enemy commanders ordered an immediate naval retreat. His defiant sacrifice saved the vulnerable carriers, permanently altering the course of the Pacific conflict.
The courageous commander was lost, but his legendary disobedience secured an impossible Allied victory.
While the ocean claimed heroes, our next rogue tactician dominated the dusty European battlefield.
Number 2, a rogue ghost, previewing our ultimate Defiant, number 1.
1940, Meuse River, France. High Command strictly ordered this armored leader to halt his rapid advance. He completely ignored the directive, silently cutting his radio wires right before plunging into. Untethered from High Command, his heavy tanks surged forward at breakneck speeds across the countryside. The unexpected lightning assault completely overwhelmed defending forces before they could establish fortified defensive positions. His rogue armored unit moved so incredibly fast that Allied trackers entirely lost their location.
This rogue blitzkrieg successfully captured thousands of enemy soldiers with remarkably few friendly casualties.
By explicitly defying orders, he shattered the defensive line and collapsed the entire opposing nation. But our final rogue commander didn't just break the rules. He completely rewrote aerial warfare.
Number 1, the rogue general who vanquished an empire.
1945, Tokyo, Japan. High Command strictly ordered high-altitude daylight precision bombing to avoid heavy losses. Frustrated by failing missions, he secretly ordered mechanics to strip the bombers' defensive guns and
He replaced the heavy defensive weapons with massive payloads of highly destructive incendiary explosives.
Completely defying standard doctrine, he ordered his vulnerable bombers to fly dangerously low under the cover of darkness.
If his unauthorized nocturnal strategy failed, he would undoubtedly face severe military prosecution.
The massive fleet arrived completely undetected, catching the defensive anti-aircraft networks entirely by surprise.
The resulting inferno was unimaginably devastating, creating a firestorm that rapidly consumed the urban infrastructure.
Superiors were stunned by the ruthless efficiency. His blatant insubordination was quickly overshadowed by sheer victory. He famously admitted that if his nation had lost, he would have been prosecuted as a criminal.
His controversial gamble proves that war rarely rewards those who strictly follow the written rules. But as we look back at these 10 defiant military minds, one terrifying question remains.
What separates a brilliant military genius from a reckless, fallen traitor?
The terrifying truth is simply the final outcome of their unauthorized actions.
If these 10 commanders had failed, they would be remembered as catastrophic failures.
Instead, their blatant insubordination shattered enemy lines and secured total victory.
They knowingly risked everything, placing the survival of their nations above military law. History rarely rewards those who strictly follow every single established rule. Their controversial legacies will echo forever across the darkest chapters of conflict.
Don't get left behind when the next siren wails. Subscribe to War Cinema 4K now.